YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Coach Rob 619. Today is January 18th, and today is the day I learned how to make niche fragrances. Like I told you guys, I was going to go to a class. It's a whole weekend training course, so it's gonna go from 9 to 5 today, 9 to 5 tomorrow, and I'm gonna learn about aroma molecules, essential oils, pretty much everything. The business about making fragrances. Today will be focused primarily on the business. I'm in this, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I'm in this building, and this has a whole bunch of art galleries and art studios. I think like aspiring artists. They have like little studios here to where they're, each little suite is like a room. Let me show you. Let me turn this camera around. Like here you can see, I don't know what's going on in here, but it looks pretty cool. I don't want to walk in here and go up in here, but as you can see, looks pretty cool. But and I'm about to go in the elevator. My girlfriend dropped me off. I just want to make sure I was in the right place. But look behind me. Look at this. Let me show you. Look at this. I don't know what this is right here, but it looks kind of crazy. But anyway, this is the elevator. So I'm about go down here, let her know this is the spot. It's time to get my learn on, and I'll be back with you guys. Let you know my progress. Peace. All right, guys. Now I'm back in the building. I just wanted to show you what some of the suites here look like. Here goes one suite. Looks like a art. Somebody's where they do their little art projects. Look like some rusted windows they're making. They have some more doors. I guess this artist, he must work on doors or something. And back there you can see, like a little workstation. And this is a pretty big suite. And here goes a door. Let's see what else is in here. I don't know what this is right here. It's another art studio. So it seems like in this building people rent, pretty much primarily probably artists. They just rent space to, create their little products or projects in here. There was one down this hallway that looked pretty creepy. Probably was like a model designer or something, fashion designer. Here we go right here. It looks like they're making some, I don't know what they're making up in here, but you can see the mannequins up top. So this is the kind of stuff you see in LA, in Hollywood. They go to the sewing machine. Looks like they're putting together a dress right there. And here's some candles or something. But this is where I'm at, guys. I'm about to walk into my spot, which is around this corner. I don't know if they want me to film, so I won't. But see you guys in a minute. Peace. What's up, fellas? It's your boy, Coach Rob. I'm out here in the parking lot. I wanted to show you guys, I'm on a break right now. Look at this big-ass chair. I don't know what this chair symbolizes. I'm in the LA Mart building right here. And, yeah, I don't know what this chair is supposed to symbolize. But anyway, I just thought this was cool to show you guys this big-ass chair out here. What's up, YouTube? Day 2, back in this fragrance making class here at the Art Institute of Old Faction. Behind me, this is somebody else's studio. It looks like a art studio. You probably can see that in the background. But anyway, day 2. Yesterday was a lot of talking about fragrances, the business of the fragrances. We were talking about natural versus synthetics, pros and cons. But now today, we get to do some blending. So that's what I'm about to be focused on. Hopefully I come out here with something. I think I'm going to either make a fresh aquatic type of fragrance that I love, or I'm going to make something like a gourmandist Cinnabon Starbucks coffee type of fragrance, because most of the coffee fragrances that I've had that I don't really appreciate, I don't really like that much. So that's what we're going to do. Day 2, I'll let you know my creations, what they look like, how when we bottle them up, and see you in a minute. Peace.
Alright guys, we're in the lab now. Some of the stuff we was talking about on the board. Some of the synthetics we're working with here.
Because I remember I thought I was making great bargain like 10 years ago. Before I started making my own, I was like 5,000. Like, and I was like, I don't know what to do with it. It's got my own address. So my old website, this phone number doesn't exist anymore. And then there's so I got a bargain, but I might have to borrow these and use to expire with. What am I going to do with it?
That's how the synthetics look.
I mean, like, unless I can literally throw them.
Sorry, what I'm working with.
You got white mouse.
Did you get any?
No, I'm gonna use some of
Be working with this today.
Yeah.
Some better,
I
right?
love having tomato leaf though. No,
Let's see, 16.
Very strong.
ALDC. Alright guys, now I'm back home. And this is the finished products. These are the products, the fragrances that I made. They're all the same fragrance. We just put them in these little bottles. I think these are 15 mils. Obviously, there's no label. And I don't really know how I feel about it. What I've noticed about making fragrances is that I like them during the process. I loved how this smelled on paper, but once I put it on my skin, I don't really like it anymore. So I got a lot of blending to do. You know, it's kind of like halfway through the process, I make something I like, and then I feel like it's missing something, and then I add a couple more notes, or I increase the notes and decrease another note, and then something happens to where I don't know, it goes sideways, and I don't really enjoy it no more. But anyway, I wanted to get more of my trip to LA. I went out, went to Chinatown. I did a whole bunch of things, but my phone kept dying, so I didn't get those shots. I wanted to get some shots at the hotel I stayed at. I wanted to get some shots. You probably seen the random video of me in the club, but that was me in the club. It was a club called Couture that I tried to get some video afterwards, and before my phone was tripping, and then my battery died. So there's a lot of stuff I left out, and making these vlogs is kind of hard because you got to kind of think it out before you do it. Because I never took my battery my battery running out in consideration. I'm used to just making videos on my computer. But anyway. So that's everything, guys. That's the the finished product, the fragrance I worked on over the weekend. Like I said earlier, I wish I could have got more shots in, but anyway, the fragrance it's a work in progress. I plan on trying to have something done by the summer. I really don't know, because the more I blend, the more I see stuff I gotta learn, and I got a high standard, man. Like I think I might be my worst enemy. My biggest critic, because if I bring something to the table, I know you guys out there expect it to be good. I expect it to be good. So I don't want to bring out anything mediocre. I want something niche quality. I want something that people, when they smell it, they're going to be like, damn, Coach Rob did a good job on that. I don't want to bring out no stuff you feel smell like it should be in Ross in a bargain bin somewhere. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I'm making right now. This stuff is like, it's weird. During the process, it smelled good, and it kind of, I don't know, I think I was just adding too much. It's kind of like, making food when you have a recipe. It's like you can add too much salt, you can add too much pepper, you can add too much oregano, whatever it is that you make, and you got to know, that just right, that magic point, and that's the same thing with blending these fragrances. It's trying to make that
don't add too much and don't keep it too simple, but just, have everything blend, to perfection. So that's what I'm doing. But once I get to a point to where I think these fragrances are good enough, I'm definitely going to try to contact some of you reviewers out there, contact some of my subscribers, and hopefully you guys can help me out through the process. I try to make maybe 3 to 5 of them, send you guys the samples, and you guys can just pick which one you think is the best, or if they all are great or all suck or whatever. Just give me some notes, some little pointers that you feel I can do to improve them. Primarily, I want to make sure you guys think they're up to par as far as quality wise, and of course, smell. But anyway, guys, this is my first vlog. I plan on doing more of these, and I'll try to figure this program out to get it looking like up to my standard as far as the video editing. Or I may just like use my regular camera and then just edit it in my editing program, because this is done on my phone. I don't really know how the quality is. I remember my first one I did, the video was all wobbling and shaking and stuff. I don't know what that was or how to change that. But anyway, this was my weekend. I wish I could have got more clips of LA for you guys, but I want to continue to bring you guys in on the process and show you the notes I'm using and all that stuff. I try to get pictures of those synthetics I was working with earlier. Hope you was able to see that. But anyway, I want this to be real short, under 10 minutes, and I think because of this video I'm going over. But depending on what the ladies say, determines what I spray, determines what I make. So, peace.